Hey, fellow babies, welcome to the 42 Show, the only show on YouTube that paid this year's taxes in the tiers of failed political dreams. We've got a...
Hey, taxes.
Yeah. Oh, I sent in some eye drops, you know.
Yeah, we must be paying a lot. There's a lot of tears going around at the minute.
It was a bucket load, I'll tell you that, but it's all liquid to me. Now, Dunk's going to start us off with something that is just unbelievable.
Yeah, so in Brazil, a woman has been arrested for attempting to secure a loan with her uncle. Erica de Souza Vieira was caught on camera wheeling her uncle, Paulo Roberto Braga, into a bank in Rio de Janeiro. Banco employees quickly became suspicious, with one noting that Braga didn't look too well. It became apparent that Braga was not just unwell, but dead.
Weekend at Bernie's? Like, what?
Exactly. Despite his obvious state, Vieira attempted to have him sign off on a 17,000 reais or $3,250 loan. Vieira was subsequently arrested and faces charges of violating a corpse while attempting theft through fraud. Oh, no. The investigating officer expresses astonishment at the situation, saying that Braga had been dead for at least 2 hours, and he emphasised in his 22 years as a police officer, he has never encountered a case quite like this. Well, we did a story like this a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but he'd only been dead for a few hours. Did she kill him? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, was he on the way to get the loan? And he just like died on the way, or just he just like, quick, stop him in the car.
Holy man!
Yeah, so footage of the incident has gone viral on social media, and I have actually seen it a few times, with many Brazilians expressing disbelief and shock at the woman's audacious attempt to exploit her deceased relative. But it is actually quite, I say funny, it's not funny at all, really, when you think about it. But if you see the videos of her, she's actually like, got her hand behind the head of the deceased uncle, and actually she's like puppeteering it around.
Oh my!
And she's even talking to it as well, and it's just like having this like puppet conversation with him while trying to stop the pen in his hand and trying to get him to write a signature.
Excuse me, miss, but you don't look like Frank Oz to me. I'm just
exactly. That's what they should have done. You just get Frank Oz in there, and he'd have done a great job. In the voices too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I am.
It's just. Holy, that's just unbelievable. Seriously, if you're going to do like fraudulent crime like that, you've got to at least try to make it believable. It's just.
Yeah. Welcome animatronics or something.
Yeah. What a case of Dunning-Kruger that you thought you could pull that off. I mean, it's just wow. Let me flip over here to all my stuff was out. Okay, there we go. So we start off with a little Musquatch here from my first one, and Elon has been sending out severance packages to more than 14,000 Tesla employees because Tesla's sales have just fallen off the map. Right, there's a whole decline with electric cars going on right now. Hertz getting rid of them, all the stuff we've talked about. But 14,000 people, and it's not just that he laid them off, but the severance packages are crap. And some of them were so low it was a joke, and he's actually had to come out of hiding and say, yeah, some of those are really bad. We're gonna fix it. But I mean, 14,000 people, that's a lot. It's good 10% of his workforce. Now,
getting rid of the quality control people first.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right? Because there was never many of them. Actually, that wouldn't even amount to there's no way. There's no way.
14.
Right, but at the same time as doing this, right, they're laying off 10% of the workforce, 14,000. Tesla has asked the shareholders to reapprove the record-breaking $56 billion payday for Elon Musk.
Wow. What a
seriously. We got to get rid of 14,000 people. Why? I want a new boat.
to park next to my other boat.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
You know?
insane.
So
That's actually quite weird though, because Musk, before he went crazy, would be the kind of person who would actually dip into his pocket to try and keep things ticking over. You know, what's happened to the man?
yeah, I mean, it was only capable of doing that when he held the number one's position on, best dollar figures. I mean, it's unbelievable. He wants $56 billion payday because the cars won't sell, the stock is tanking, and he's had to lay off 10% of the workforce. I mean, if that's the kind of logic that's going on in the high echelons of big business, no wonder these guys just keep getting richer.
Yeah. It's like my work here is done. Can I have my payment now, please?
Exactly. Yeah. I tweeted every, couple hours for days, come on. Or X'd or whatever. But yeah, so, well done. You're really doing the world a service, you bloody moron.
What happened? What happened? What happened to the great man?
Oh yeah.
I used to be a real fanboy.
But there was a time, for sure. Couple of shout outs here before we continue. Blonde Bombsheller, Shill Apprentice. So huge thanks there. Thank you very much. We got Left-Handed Jedi in with a super chat there. Like Trump, everything he touches goes to crud. Yeah. Trump and Elon do have a lot in common when you look in that respect right now, don't they? And then we had a Ko-Fi donation come through as well from S. Wolf. And the note was more to come. Stay cool. So, well, absolutely staying cool. And thank you very much, S. Wolf. I think we're caught up. Yeah. Where were you going next there? Oh, yeah, this one. It was hard to find the image that I should bring up because it was really being a jerk to me. But here we go.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. But a jawbone found in a child's rock collection has been identified as belonging to a U.S. Marine who died over 70 years ago. The jawbone was discovered in 2002 by a young boy in northern Arizona and was been labeled as Rock Collection John Doe for over 2 decades. Initial DNA tests conducted by the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office did not yield any matches in the government databases, leaving the case unsolved. However, in January 2023, the case was referred to the Ramapo College's Investigative Genetic Genealogy Center, and a team of students there, alongside a high school intern named Ethan Schwartz, took on the challenge as part of an investigative genetic genealogy boot camp. With assistance from specialized laboratories in Texas and Utah, the team managed to develop a genetic profile for the jawbone. This profile was then compared to DNA samples from family members of the U.S. Marine Corps Captain Everett Leyland Yeager, who was killed in military training exercise in 1951. Despite the identification, the circumstances surrounding how the jawbone ended up in Arizona remain unclear because he had his accident in California. One theory is, suggested a scavenger, possibly a bird, may have transported the bone, ducked it under its dorsal fin. Feathers. Fin?
Did he put a string under the husk? I mean, it's just...
You can only put the husk of the jawbone. Yeah, how strange. Yeah, I mean, it's quite amazing that they even managed to narrow it down. How did they know to compare the DNA test samples with that guy's family? There must have been some more stages in between before they got to A to B. I
was wondering that too. It's just, well, here, let's use that guy. Where did they?
It matches.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a human. Okay, it matches. It's close enough.
The other part of the story that I find odd is it's in with the child stuff. Oh, where's the parent that's supposed to walk in the room and go, "Why are you playing with a jawbone?"
They probably just didn't know. You know what kids are like. They find stuff and just put it in a little box somewhere.
I've never mistaken a jawbone for, say, a fork.
Or a rock.
What the heck's going on there? Son, remember to wash your hands after playing with your human jawbone.
Probably thought it was a dinosaur or something.
It's very strange. I think maybe we could select better toys for our children. It's just so weird.
I wonder what happened to the body of the pilots, though. Did they, I mean, did they find a body and bury it? But it was just like, well, why has this guy got no jaw? Where's that gone?
Yeah.
Like, what happened to him? Was he just like scattered across 3 miles of Californian desert?
Yeah. Who kicked his ass for that long?
Oh, rest in pieces, Captain Yeager.
Yeah. At least your jawbone will get a proper burial now. I'm not sure I was ready to say that today. So in other news, here's an idiot. Trump watch. So 12 people now have been selected for the jury in the historic first criminal trial to be put forth against an ex-president. There was somebody who stood up. I didn't have time to highlight what part I was going to read out here, so bear with me one second. The jury selection process appeared wobbly earlier in the day when 2 jurors were dismissed, one after expressing doubt about her ability to be fair following disclosure of details, and the other over concerns that some of his answers in court may have been inaccurate. So, I mean, how are they gonna? Could anybody in the chat right now honestly say, if you were called for jury duty for this one, that you could be impartial? How could anybody? Who? It's unbelievable. But
well, at this point, does it matter that the jurors' answers might be inaccurate because they match Trump's?
Yeah, right. I guess so. You need 12 liars, right? Because it has to be his peers. Right. So, but prosecutors have also asked for Trump to be held in contempt over a series of social media posts this week. And the judge barred reporters from identifying jurors' employers after expressing privacy concerns. I mean, if Trump was allowed to without facing almost a death penalty, he would let people know who these people are and whatnot and have hounds at their doors and everything. It would be awful.
Oh yeah. Well,
now,
and if you're talking about employers, they're probably having entire companies harassed.
Right. Now, the other side of this that I wanted to bring up is this girl, Stormy Daniels, because it's starting to look more and more like she's going to get on the stand and so on. And there's this one article here from Daily KOS. Charles J. published this up, but forget the legal analysis you'll hear from different pundits and whatnot. It's Daniels' expertise at trolling MAGA cultists combined with your fearlessness and refusal to be slut-shamed that could really get under Trump's thin skin. And they get her on the stand, Trump is going to lose his shit. He's going to snap, right?
Yeah, it's a bit strange that the slut shaming her when she is standing there, in front of a billboard that says the Museum of Sex.
Yeah.
Is she the latest exhibit?
Yeah. I'm not sure she's getting any shame out of this, but I bet her bank account's llooking all right.
Yes, because I remember going to a museum and you'd be like a tank museum and there'd be a big I'm going off track here, but there'd be like a field and there'd be like model tanks everywhere and you can press a little button and it will light up where the battle things and all. It would go. If she's an exhibit at the Museum of Sex, what happens when you press the buttons?
You get a little moany groany.
Right, get on with it.
Yeah,
get back to it. Sorry.
But no, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to point out that there could be, you think there's semantics going on as it pertains to this case now. I really hope Stormy Daniels gets up there and just lets it fly. Go, honey, go.
Get your popcorn out.
Totally.
Oh, God, I wish they televise it.
Oh. They put OJ on camera. Come on,
Yeah.
I thought that you were supposed to do that with everybody who was guilty. Anyway, yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, let's move on to cockbots. Yeah, because in a study by researchers at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, cyborg cockroaches have been deployed in a swarm-like formation for potential search and rescue missions.
It's
Like
cool.
Thunderbirds.
They
Yeah,
look like Mars rovers. Look at them go.
yeah, with new toys for Christmas. It's great. The team equipped Madagascar hissing cockroaches with miniature backpacks that allowed them to be controlled remotely via a central computer. Electrodes attached to the roaches' sensory organs relayed commands directing the insects to move in a specific direction.
Cockroachinator.
During experiments, the researchers successfully controlled a swarm of 20 cyborg roaches, guiding them to move collectively as a single unit across the sandy terrain. The central computer software designated some cockroaches as leaders, with others being others followed. Despite the external control, the roaches retained their ability to navigate around obstacles and assist fellow roaches that have overturned. Now, you see there's another thing there. They've got a crab there because looking ahead, the research team has explored the possibility of incorporating rainbow crabs into their cyborg program to further enhance the capabilities. But here's the interesting thing: there's the
Why not cute little turtles?
Well, just everything, just all animals. The ultimate goal of this research is to utilize the swarms of search and rescue missions, environmental monitoring, and even locating humans trapped under rubble. A larger robot could serve as a central hub for the cyborg roaches, providing recharging stations for their backpacks and supplying food and water. To be like, you'd have a robot with like a carrier of all these little roaches that come scurrying out.
Is anybody else seeing, like, from the movie? Would you like to know more? Starship Troopers, right? You know.
Well, I'm thinking this is the beginning of the Borg from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Roaches, you've all been assimilated.
Whole swarm of roaches come at you when you're trapped in some rubble and you start screaming and freak out and have a heart attack, and they're there to help. I mean, I'm just not sure that's the right choice, you know?
Well, they have little Red Cross armbands on them.
yeah. They put Freddie up front. He's learning to speak English, right? It's like, no, okay, man. It's all right.
Oh, that'll be it. You just incorporate ChatGPT into them with a little voice box synthesizer. This little cockroach would come up. I'm here to help.
Yeah, it can fall into local lingo and everything, right? You know?
Oh my God. I love the future. I can't wait.
I'm kind of creeped out now, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, you say something now because I've got to take my glasses off and wipe all the tears off them.
Where is? Okay, so yeah. Sorry, everybody. So this is Carrie Kennedy, daughter of former Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, niece of former president himself, JFK, and sister of the current presidential contender. What's his name there? What's his name? He goes by the three initials. Is it RFK? Anyway, Democrat or Republican dude, right? So this woman just gave a speech, a talk or whatever. She was talking to Biden, and her family, 15 members of it, all endorsed Joe Biden, the other party's candidate, over their own family member. Yeah, she says, we want to make crystal clear our feeling that the best way forward for America is to re-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Carrie Kennedy said on Thursday. Yeah.
Nothing like family support, is there?
Yeah, exactly. But this is how decisive all this political back and forth is getting. And again, I'm not singling out America here because it's getting this bad in Canada and other places as well. Everybody wants their division. Everybody wants an us against them. I don't know why. It's not a really good thing. But Kennedy Jr. himself downplayed the endorsements, writing on social media that his family was Divided in our opinions, but united in our love for each other. Yeah, that's not getting you votes, dude. That's just not getting you any votes. You know? But to me, I do believe these kinds of things show the start of that really hard right group starting to fracture just a little bit. And that can only be good. There's nothing wrong with a right and a left side, right? But we got to be able to agree when it's actually an agreeable situation and not just fight for the sake of the fight.
So what you mean is the Reds are going to fracture into lots of different political groups.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a slightly pink and, there's going to be, I mean, I'm no good with colors, so don't start asking me.
We could put little backpacks on them and have them control their nerve centers of their brain, and we could control them on little cockroaches.
We need to capture the cockroaches so we can get the little thingamadoodles, right, and hand them out at parties.
Smoked cockroach.
Yeah.
We got another super chat before we move on.
Yes, we do indeed. Left-handed Jedi in for a $5 super chat. Second one of the evening there. Trump is putting out a new board game. Where's Melina? I love it very much. That's good. So, hey, thank you. Oh, and there's also Demetrius Zagonovus. Has sent in a direct donation that works out to be 7.5 Canadian. She told me he had a little mushroom D. That's awesome. Think back. You might have to rewind the video a couple minutes, but it will all make sense to you.
Well, don't do it now.
Yeah. Well, afterwards. Yeah.
Sense.
Watch it again. It's good for the algorithm.
It's good for the soul.
Yeah. So here's an image for your viewing pleasure.
Don't get too excited, boys, because this is the world's first artificial intelligence generated beauty pageant, Miss AI, dun dun dun, and it has been launched.
What the hell? I can't.
Creators are invited to showcase their skills by designing their ideal AI beauty pageant using digital tools. As opposed to the fleshy ones. Most captivating AI beauty will be crowned Miss AI. And,
most knuckles shuffled.
An accolade presented by the World AI Creator Awards and sponsored by virtual model content creator Fanvu, who are not sponsoring tonight's show, we should point out.
Not anymore.
The winner will receive a $5,000 cash prize along with promotion on Fanvu's platforms and PR support valued at over $5,000. That's like half an hour's work for them, probably.
Yeah.
Runners up will be recognized with undisclosed prizes. You got a packet of peanuts, well done. However, the competition is more intricate than it appears. Surely not. The digital contestants will face judgment from a panel of 4 judges, all of them cockroaches. 2 of these judges
and naked from the waist down, I'm sure.
2 of these judges are AI-generated influencers, while the other 2 are real individuals. I'm not going to mention their names. I'll shout them out. But the panel will evaluate the beauty of the AI contestants and the creators' proficiency with AI tools and the social media presence of the designs.
And then there's a second competition where the AI judges are to be judged on a set of criteria. It's just...
yeah, by anybody who's on Trump's jury. While the concept of an AI beauty pageant is novel, it sparked debates about the implications of beauty standards set by algorithms and the role of AI in shaping perceptions of beauty in society. I mean, that is quite an interesting concept, though, because you have a lot, beautiful models in the world, and they get brought up, because they're setting standards for young girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now we got AI beauties who are making the models feel nervous.
Yeah.
So we can't follow their standards. How the hell are the kids going to follow that?
I think the moral of the story is there's some out there that just have to point out you're shaming someone.
Thing is, why do they have to make them look like humans?
Yeah, wouldn't it be like, what if they looked like kitchen tables with breasts.
Yeah, 6 things. Well, got six breasts, like a cat or something.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, Martian prostitute style.
Yeah. Notice they're all white. I'm not going to say anything, but
Yeah.
okay. let's move off this one quick.
Yeah. Before this really gets bad, the friendly little Discord symbol sized up because I don't know, the website just went crazy on me in the background, but who cares? Billions. I'm saying billions of public Discord messages may be sold coming up through a scraping service. There's a few hackers that have got together. I think it's a few. But what they've done is they've infiltrated massive amounts of Discord servers, whether as bot users that just kind of lurk in the background. They could be infecting some of the bots a lot of the servers use. Not quite sure yet, but there's already a dark web thing going on where this is now being offered for sale. So, yet again, the expectation of privacy when using any form of modern social media has to basically be zero at this point. Now, I did look through this article a little bit. There's a lot of techno in it, so I'm not going to get too heavily involved in this one. But the one thing I couldn't discern from it is whether or not PMs or direct messages, DMs, are susceptible to this, or is it just open forum rooms and stuff? Don't quite know that yet.
No, I'd imagine it's the open forums, but because that's the easiest to access. But,
yes, right.
Even then, it's just like, well, what in God's name are you going to use that information for?
I don't really get that. Well, I do in a way. If you had, AI peruse it and gather details on each person as they say things, you could come up with dossiers, quote unquote, on people that would really tie into IP addresses and whatnot for advertising tracking and scam tracking and whatnot. You could really put together a lot of information with the way people get loose chatting with their friends in what seems to be a private Discord server. Right?
Interesting.
Yeah. Because it's all about farming info. A lot of people out there still think it's safe to use variations of their child's name and birth dates and passwords and stuff. Yeah. Well, it's not at all if you're giving that information out, right? So, but anyway, yet another, breach that's, going to affect people for sure. No way around it.
They'll use all this information that they're gathering to train the AI for the cockroach bot army.
Yeah, they're actually going to be crawling up doors to get to the keypads to get people in and stuff.
Now, interesting enough, I did once upon a time I did offer a scraping service, but we won't go into that. It was a completely different thing.
Oh, so boo.
Yeah, now we've got the story of a sore winner. Yes, that's right. But in a recent employment tribunal case, a Muslim teaching assistant has lost his claim of religious discrimination after being awarded the Christmas Grinch prize at a staff ceremony. Salah Tufar, a learning support assistant at the Grove School in North London, claimed he felt upset and distressed upon receiving the award, which he believed was in poor taste due to its association with the Dr. Seuss character, known for its mean-spirited nature. Despite being unfamiliar with the Grinch character until it was shown to him by a colleague, Tufar believed that he went too far. Tufar believed that the laughter from the audience during the trophy presentation amounted to harassment based on his religion. Mr. Tufar told the tribunal he got involved in school festive activities over Christmas, like putting up decorations and in class as part of his role, but he would not attend their Christmas dinner for reasons just because he's a Muslim. I don't understand that, but never mind. But an online ballot organised by assistant head teacher Daniel McKay Wood for staff awards, which included categories like the Rudolph, Santa's Little Helper, and the Christmas Grinch. Too Far received the highest number of votes for the Grinch Award and was presented a miniature Oscar statue during a light-hearted ceremony.
Look at the eyes on this picture. It looks like he's actually turning into the Grinch Hulk.
Don't make me Christmassy. You won't like me when I'm more Christmassy. So the Judge Debag Bansal stated that there was no evidence to suggest that Too Far's award was related to his religion, concluding that he received the Grinch Award simply because he had the highest number of votes.
It's just what? How,
Yeah, stop the steal! Stop the steal!
you know, it seems like I can't believe this is a thing that anybody bitched, that it made the news. It's just so unbelievably ridiculous. I mean, obviously we were going to tell you about it, but
yeah, thanks Too Far for giving us something to talk about. But yeah.
Wow. I think his first name should be changed to Taking It.
I mean, in some ways, I can sympathise with him. I can understand it, but at the same time, it's just like, come on, it's just in jest, and it's because you didn't attend the Christmas dinner. Therefore you're the Grinch. Come on,
Yeah.
But of course, he had to explain who the Grinch was. So never mind.
Yeah. And then it was against his religion, and
I should point out the school, the Grove School, is actually a school for autistic children between the ages of 5 and 16. So it's not like a normal school,
right,
or typical school. It's a very, very specialised school, and he's a teaching assistant there. So he's doing a good job. But my God, man,
Oh yeah, if my son saw Teach come in looking like that, he would have loved that day, right? Come on, that's effort. That's awesome. Give him that for sure. I'd have given him, the award, but I'm not a jerk. Mostly. This is a new robot by Boston Dynamics. They always got a new one. And it moves like no robot you ever seen, they say. Some people are calling it a little bit creepy.
Very good.
Yeah, so let me just scroll down here because there's a little video we can get queued up for you here, and we'll see if you guys think it's creepy. I think I have it all muted, so because I don't want to have to deal with copyright music. Okay, yeah, I see what they're talking about. That's odd. I can't do that.
I've seen a few girls again.
Yeah. Well, put money in my underwear and I'll try.
Boing,
Look
boing,
at that
boing.
weird little wiggle it had as it walked away. But that's some pretty interesting stuff. I like the idea of don't be limited by what the human body can do. But when you get right. But when you get to that point, why are you limited by the design of the human body? Like, why doesn't it have 4 legs for like all-wheel drive and stuff or something, Maybe it can do a really...
No, I was doing a lot of thinking about that in the past, about what would be the ideal robot, because obviously, we like you say, we mimic the human body, but, give it 2 thumbs. 2 thumbs work better than 1. So, there's so much you could do to improve on the human body. Don't copy it.
Right. What if it had to go like in a mountainous region? Maybe mimicking a snow leopard is a decent thing, right? They can hunt up there, and
Oh, we got the cockroaches for that. We don't need.
That's
we don't need
true.
robot snow leopards.
We got a shout out to do. The Weasel came in and gifted out 5 Shills memberships. Cool. Thanks, Weasel. Whoever gets the last one, you get the bill for the bar tab tonight. So send us your address and we'll make sure you get it.
Thank you.
But yeah, Kronos in the chat there was like, do they have any other types like insects, etc.? Good point. Absolutely. What do we got? 2 minutes here. Here, insects then. Why don't we just carry it forward to yours here?
Yeah, scuba bees. Yeah, because a study by researchers at the University of Guelph in Ontario. Am I saying that right?
You did. Guelph. You got it.
Okay, fair enough. Made an accidental discovery by Dr. Sabrina Rondeau, suggesting that bumblebee queens have an impressive ability to survive extended periods of submersion in water. We did it by accident. Just holding a bee down by.
Talk! Tell us!
But it could have significant implications of our understanding of bee survival strategies, especially in regions prone to flooding. The high survival rates observed even after being submerged for a week shows that the resilience of these insects are incredible. Dr. Rondeau's remarks on the decline of bumblebee species worldwide emphasize the urgency of understanding and mitigating the various factors contributing to their decline. Dr. Rondeau is probably, part of that because she's stuffing them underwater, poor little bastards.
Freak! What do you got against bees?
We also try putting them into vacuum chambers, chambers full of ovens, flames and all kinds of things, just to run tests,
tied them on the top of the rockets and shot them into space, and it's amazing how well they hang on when they're really moving,
Well, by ruling out flooding as a significant threat, researchers can redirect their focus towards other potential stressors, or just more important.
Why the hell are they beating up on bees?
No, what they've done.
Other stresses. We're tying the nooses right now. Details coming up.
We're going to make tiny little handcuffs and everything. Such as habitat loss, pesticides, climate change, and which have been identified as major drivers of bee population decline. Yeah, apart from all the drowned ones. The testing.
Stop fucking with them.
We tried flicking them with elastic bands, all kinds of stuff. Oh, dear.
Oh, man. Hey, look at this. It's 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Oh, I'm not going to keep doing that. But we ended on perfect time. So we can say, thanks, everybody. Shout outs to the team and our big thank yous in the credits. And see you tomorrow for the more of this kind of crap.
Night, night, everybody.
Boom. Hey, everybody, and a big shout out to our team who in the background do all the heavy lifting for us. We got CF Beauty who runs the teams for us, and you're going to see her, Yana, and friends on a brand new show coming up on the Sunday of our weekends right here on the channel. More news coming up with a link being posted like in half an hour. We got BME, PJ CNET, Crazy Cat, Shada Caldwell, Skits Crasher, and The Crow. And a big hello to Yana as well.
And thank you, everybody, for all your support and all your donations and becoming members and all that sort of stuff, because it really helps keep the channel going and keep us growing. And talking about growing, don't forget to give us a little like on the way out. I'm going to do that right now. See, I just did that. And you can share us out. Share us out on all the multimedia platforms you can. Why don't you, first thing you do is design a beautiful woman and AI and call her Silly Bitch. And just get around to social media, chilling us out. Shitty bitch with all the tits. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow for Friday on the after show. So stick around and stay shilly, everybody. We love you.
Good night, fellow babies.
Night.